for the Oakland Athletics. Leading off, it'll be Kennedy, followed by Davis, Sweeney, Hairston, Suzuki, Jack Cust, the DH, then Ellis, Barton, and Pennington at shortstop, hitting 9. The Lowe's defensive setup, and now they'll line up behind Freddie Garcia, left to right, Posednik, Rios, and Dye. In the infield, Nix, Ramirez, Getz, and Kotze. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And our U.S. Cellular starting pitcher is Freddie Garcia. Freddie on for his 5th start, looking for his 2nd win. His ERA, 4.76. He's thrown the ball pretty well, and left-handers have had a great deal of difficulty with him. The game conditions tonight, 68 beautiful degrees with 82% humidity. The wind out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. The forecast, very nice, very mild, and otherwise a beautiful evening. The umpires for the game tonight, behind the plate, Phil Cuzzi, first base, Brian O'Nora. Then it's Jerry Crawford at 2nd and Tom Hallion at 3rd. It's 7-11, and it's time for the first pitch. Tonight's game time start is presented by 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. And as we get ready to play baseball, I'll turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball from beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. So happy you could join us for the finale of this 2-game set and this 6-game homestand. Adam Kennedy gets set to lead it off against the big right-hander Freddie Garcia. First pitch strike. Kennedy comes in hitting at 286 with 10 long ones and 52 knocked in. Outfield slightly to the left. Bit of a gap in right center as that pitch up high. A's come in hitting at 258 as a club with a 4.39 team ERA. A's, those 11 runs last night, had 20 hits. And that is off the facing of the LG Skyline Club seats.
This Oakland team has played pretty well. They've won 3 in a row. They won 6 of their last 10, including that game last night. It was started off by a walk to Kennedy at a big first inning.
Post pitch, didn't get it.
Freddie certainly wanted this one, but Phil Cuzzi had other ideas. It was a backup breaking ball, and it didn't have the corner, it appeared.
And the 2-2 pitch. He gone.
Very slow, tantalizing curveball. Doesn't do a great deal, but it was effective.
Well, the slow, tantalizing part was effective.
Location wasn't where he'd like to stay this evening.
So here is Rajai Davis hitting at 303, 3 homers. He's driven in 35. And here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. That ball hit hard. Miles can't get it. It's off the wall, so Davis will pull into second. Davis was 3 for 6 last night, picks up his 18th two-bagger.
Nice job of backing up by Alex Rios, because he caught this ball off the wall after Scotty Pods made that leap in vain. This ball is hit awfully hard, almost goes out of the park. And Davis probably thinking about 3. But Rios is right there to get it back in. Now you have to keep a close eye out at second base. This is their most prolific base stealer.
32 for 40. And that'll bring up Brian Sweeney, who was 4 for 6 last evening. Former Sox outfielder, just 24 years old. Takes it high and wide. And this is the 9th and final meeting of the year between these two clubs in the first 8. Oakland has won 5. And the count 2-0. And it's 3-0. Tigers going to be taking on Kansas City shortly. That'll be Verlander against Robinson Tejeda.
Tejeda has great stuff. The question is, can he get it over the plate, because Justin Verlander is pitching awfully well.
And the 3-0. So 1 out, 2 on, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Scott Hairston. Hairston hitting at .238, 7 homers. He's driven in 31. Scott was 2 for 6 last night with a couple of RBIs. Outfield slightly to the left, just a small gap as there goes Davis. Picks up his 33rd stolen base.
One of the things we told you about was you got to take a couple of looks back at Davis, and Freddie just takes one. Davis is off to the races, and a nice pickup by Nix. Is that ball's in the dirt. That ball could have easily have gone in to left field, but didn't.
So now runners at the corners, 1 down. And a big hat. Count 0-2. Sweeney, 6 for 11 in stolen bases, has a decent lead. Just got a piece of that. Oakland comes in there 28-40 on the road, while at home 34-36.
Harrison came over from the San Diego Padres for Ryan Webb, and a player to be named later. That was July 5th of this year. Harrison's got some power.
Well, last year with San Diego, 17 homers in that big ballpark. And there's a base hit. So Davis is going to score, and it's a 1-0 Oakland lead.
RBI number 32. As Hairston reaches down, this is not a bad curveball. Freddie doesn't have a lot of quick break on the breaking ball tonight. It's been rolling up there to a few of these Oakland hitters. And so, just like last night, they start out on top.
Hopefully not to the degree of 5 in the first and 2 in the second. So here's Kurt Suzuki. He's hitting at .270, 11 homers. He's driven in 68. Call for a hit. They go to second. And look at the turn right there by Getz. Mercy. Nice job, Chris. Wow. And that'll do it. But they do come up with one, and after half inning of play, as the Athletics won, and the good guys coming to bat.
Konerko the DH, then Dye, Kotsay, Rios, Getz, and Nix playing third base and hitting 9. The Lowe's defensive setup, and how they'll line up left to right: Hairston, Davis, and Sweeney in the infield, Kennedy, Pennington, Ellison, Barton, Suzuki behind the plate, and the U.S. Cellular starting pitcher is Trevor Cahill. He's 8-12 this year. His ERA .466. You can see he's not a strikeout pitcher. He depends on sinkers.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As that pitch downstairs to Scotty Pods. Sox come in at 69-71, hitting at .260 as a ball club with a 4.18 ERA. That strike evens accounted 1. Pods at .303, 5 homers, 43 knocked in. Scott has faced Cahill 5 times and he has 1 hit. That's up high.
But most of this year, Cahill was using a knuckle curveball, and they decided that that just wasn't working for him, that he should go to a sinker slider. And he's got a much improved straight change.
And there's a base hit slammed right by Adam Kennedy. But they're playing him that way, and leadoff man aboard. Let's go back to that inning-ending watch Getz here. As Nix is going to get him. Watch where his positioning is. You don't see that very often, and they turn it.
But what he does is get out of the way of the runner. He also doesn't touch the bat.
Phantom, come on. Phantom.
It's a phantom, okay.
That was a heck of a job right there. Pods. As the ball is thrown away, he's going to go to third. And he will make it easily.
Well, Cahill decides that he's going to throw this ball behind Scotty Pods, and no chance at all at first base for Derek Barton. Ball gets away, and Scott easily into third base. So that's a very promising way to start this first inning.
So they're going to play the middle back, corners halfway.
It's first error of the year for Trevor Cahill.
That's up and in. Gap out there in left center. A ball hit high. Stay fair, stay fair. It won't. Dadgummit. Left is fair, he probably catches it.
Harrison went over into the corner and had a shot at this ball. It crosses into foul territory. Lexi does get it off the end of the bat. This was a changeup that kind of just hung right in the middle of the plate. So with the infield back, a ground ball will get Alexei his 64th run batted in.
Big hack, no contact. And the count 1-2. Checks it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ramirez.
Cahill has 4 wild pitches this year. And that sinker many times dives in the dirt. So Kurt Suzuki will have his work cut out for him.
Little ground ball right side. Pods will score, and this game is tied at 1. And with Scotty Pods across home plate, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Brought to you by Heineken. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, with Ramirez, Lisa, Tex and Steve, they're going to go with Kotsay and Kathy Cooch. Also Bill and Oni Wren. We're going to go with A.J. Pierzynski, who's at the plate right now. One and one to count.
And AJ's having quite a year. Now that he's up in the third spot, probably drive in a whole lot more runs.
Well, somebody had to wear it. They always do. And AJ's won it this year as far as getting base hits with runners in scoring position, and they couldn't score. And the count 3-1.
AL leader since May 25th. And AJ is sitting there in the 4 spot.
So the 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Konerko. Paulie the DH tonight. Paulie hitting at .281, 26 homers and 82 driven in. First pitch strike. Paulie 1 for 4 last night, and that was a homer. And if you missed that game last night and the home run, poof.
Got a hold of a Brett Tomko fastball that was fairly straight and out away from him and took it out of the ballpark.
Breaking ball, sweeps way wide.
Cahill is just 21 years old. He's got a long way to go and a chance to be pretty good.
Chops that one foul. And off his leg or his foot. So the count 2-2.
Last couple of starts, he's thrown the ball exceptionally well. He was having trouble with his release point. That's the reason why they decided to take the curve away from him. In the minor leagues, he was a strikeout pitcher, but not up here. In fact, his second year at Kane County, he struck out 117 in 105 innings.
Well, in the minor leagues, if you can get a curveball over, you're going to be a strikeout pitcher.
Yep. But you get here and you realize that, number one, the pitches pile up on you. Number two, these hitters are a little better than what you're facing down there, 1 through 9. And it's best to try to get him out with a sinker and get him out on a couple of pitches, or preferably one pitch.
Hammer in the hole. Oh boy, Paulie.
That ball didn't have a whole lot on it. That was a sinker that didn't sink a whole lot. And Paul takes it through the left side, drills it by Adam Kennedy.
Here's J.D. Jermaine hitting at .259, 25 homers, 72 knocked in. Gotta make him get it up. There it was. Didn't pull the trigger, and the count 0-1. That's off the plate. Jermaine has faced Cale 3 times. He's 0 for 3. Nope. And the count 1-2.
Cahill, a product of this Oakland system, drafted in the 2nd round in 2006.
Got away with one right there.
AJ thought he could kind of fool Scott Hairston into throwing to third base. But instead he decided to go behind AJ and kind of surprised him. And this looked like a changeup. Jermaine not really fooled, but didn't get a whole lot into it. And then AJ realizes he's not going to throw to third, so he'd better get back.
No, that changeup coming into the right-hander right there, thigh high, is a great pitch to hit. But meanwhile, here's Kotsay. Face down low. Kotsay at 273, 4 homers, 16 knocked in. Mark with a 2-run homer last evening. Good motion right there with that changeup.
Last night it was a high fastball by Tom Coe, and just enough.
Chops that one foul, so the count 1-2. I like the idea that he showed him that changeup early in the count.
Well, that one had a really good motion out. The one to Jermaine was not deceptive at all.
The ball hit hard into left field, but Harrison's got the bead. Back right in front of the track, hauls it in, and that'll retire the side. But we pick up one, and we're tied at 1.
Fan deck or individual game diamond suites, they're all available. Book a group outing or party area by calling 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
1-1 tie here in the top of the 2nd. It'll be Cust, Ellis, and Barton to face Freddie Garcia. Slow curveball. Cust comes in hitting at 240, 21 long ones and 61 driven in. Last night he was 2 for 5 with a big 3-run homer. A 3-run homer coming in the 1st inning.
Last night he hit just about everything hard. And he hit everything in the air.
One and two the count. Texas shuts out Cleveland 10-0 at Progressive Field. Texas hanging tough in the race for the wild card with the Carmiles. As he go.
Good straight change by Freddie Garcia. Had him way out in front of it. You see that ball just kind of drifting over the outside corner.
So here's Mark Ellis. Mark at 278, 7 homers. He's driven in 50. Had a home run last night. That also coming in the first inning behind Cust's 3-run blast. One and one. He did not go. So it's Brian Onora. And the count 3 balls and a strike.
Let's get something over the plate other than a fastball in a fastball situation, which this is. Normally he'll be effective, but he's going to throw a fastball on the corner.
Into left field. Pretty good pitch to hit right there, and Ellis couldn't do anything with it. 2 down.
Pretty tried to throw that ball outside. AJ wanted the fastball away, but he got it inside, and Ellis didn't get on the good part of the bat.
Usually that is a ball that's really hit hard.
You know, when a pitcher misses a spot by that much, it usually is.
Hey, sky a little bit. Chris gets nice 1-2-3 inning, and after an inning and a half, 1-1. Special 2 days of programming will feature 5 classic games, special in-depth shows, plus many memorable moments and interviews from Michael's storied career as he prepares to enter the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. It's 23 hours of MJ, a Hall of Fame celebration beginning Thursday at 5:30 with Chicago Tribune Live only on Comcast Sportsnet. Got to see that. It'll be Rios, Getz, and Nix here in the bottom of the second inning.
We saw a whole lot of those live and certainly some on television. It'll be great to see them all compiled together.
Wow. Low and away. And there's a strike. 2-1 to count.
That was the best sinker that Cahill's thrown tonight. That ball came up, looked like it was going to be knee high, and then just dropped out of sight.
The ones that turn over are the ones that get you. Chops that one foul. The ones that just go down and away, so to speak, or into the right-handed hitter, those are gettable. But the one that just turns over, straight over, no chance. Kennedy. And here's Chris Getz. Getz starting to get himself a nice fan club.
Well, since coming back from that injury, he's actually swinging the bat better than before he left.
And he was swinging it well then.
Yeah. Playing a real solid second base. And given some speed to a lineup that desperately needs it.
He's 22 for 24 in stolen bases. But I went to the grocery store this morning, and a couple of people came up and wanted to talk about the Sox, and the first name they mentioned was Chris Getz. Three and one. And there's ball four. So the second walk issued by Cahill. Good speed aboard, and that'll bring up Jason Nix. Jason 1 for 2 last night. Comes in hitting at .232 with 11 homers and 29 driven in.
Well, it's a situation when you're hitting behind a base stealer. Sometimes it's wise to take a pitch.
And there's a base hit.
Cahill's throwing some ground balls, but that time Jason found a hole on the left side. That one didn't sink near as well as Gumpel had earlier. And turns into 2 on and 1 out.
Well, he started a couple of hitters off with that good sinker turning over, going straight down almost. And then he started off a couple with what appeared to be almost a four-seamer.
Yeah, that one didn't have a whole lot of movement on it.
So here's Pides. He slammed a single by Kennedy. And came around to score last inning. Takes first pitch strike. And that's low. That's a lot of pitches for an inning and third. That ball hit hard into left center field. Going away from Davis, and nobody's going to get it. Dadgummit. That was going to score 2, but it bounces into the seats for the ground rule double. Getz will score, but Nix has to hold at third, and the Sox lead at 2-1.
And walk to Getz comes back to haunt Cahill. As Posednik drove this ball into the gap. This is a changeup that Cahill gets up. And he can't win in the major leagues throwing that pitch there. The bad break was it bounced far away from the wall to be able to take it out of the ballpark. That brings Curt Young out to have a talk with him.
Well, right here's where we got to have a good at bat from Alexy. Alexy hit a ground ball to first that knocked in Podsednik last inning. Ducks on the pond, one down.
That one just missed hitting him. He tried to ride that fastball in on his hands.
Way out in front. Pull the string on him. Comes back with another one in the count 1-2.
Curt Young must have mentioned something about the changeup because the last two were good ones.
Good two-strike hitter, Alexy. Just got a piece of it.
Did a good job of staying alive. That looked like a slider down. Once you commit, you've got to go get it. And he got just barely a piece of it.
The slow roller just double clumps. Does Kennedy now throws and it'll get it.
Well, he had a play at the plate.
Yeah, he did.
And certainly a play at first base and made neither. He didn't get a handle on it. And so it allowed Nix to score. And then by the time he was able to corral the baseball, he just threw it off target. Certainly got to go E5. As Barton didn't know quite what to do. Looks back at the bag, but at that point, Alexy's gone. Will be a run batted in, I would assume. You can't anticipate the out at the plate, so it's RBI number 65, second of the night.
14th error for Kennedy. And here's AJ. That ball hit into left field. Harrison's got to play. And this out number 2. So AJ, who walked last inning, now goes out to left. That's a little justice right there. Having a ground rule double off the bat of Pods.
Having your third baseman not able to corral that baseball.
Exactly.
Well, the run was going to score anyway.
Little justice. Here's Paulie. Paulie just crushed a single in the hole between third and short last inning.
Well, there was a little hate taken out on it because the pitch before he had bounced right off his foot, and he was still feeling the effects of that. You ever lose a toenail doing that?
Huh. A few. That's where you get out the paper clip.
Oh, when they heat it up?
Heat it up,
oh,
stick it in there.
That's not good.
Well, you get used to it after a while.
Yeah, after a month.
And that's low. Good eye. 1-1 to count. Yeah, when you're a dead pull hitter, you're going to losing toenail a few.
Especially on left-handers that like to throw that good back foot slider.
That's why I got off the plate, started later on, so I didn't lose my toenails.
You were running out of nails.
Yeah.
That was
I was
nice.
down to this little piggy went to market.
I did hit for a long time, but my hands weren't quick enough to ever bounce the ball off my foot. Until taking some batting practice long after I retired on a pitching machine. And then I finally fouled one off my foot, and I could relate to what hitters who did that a lot felt like. That was horrible.
That's just a little spinner right there that catches the inside corner. Paulie didn't like the call. Then the count evens at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with 2 on and 2 in here in the bottom of the second. And it's lined right to the shortstop. So that's a hang from for Konerko. Sox pick up a pair. We'll go to the third leading 3-1.
A very great event that is here on Saturday, raising a lot of money for a good cause. And boys, tell us a little bit about the police department, the fire department, and who usually wins when you guys hook up.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a great matchup when we do play. There's been a lot of great action on the field. The quality of baseball is very high. But the finalists are 7-1-1 over the past 10 years. But it's been a lot of good competition. And I think the fire department are due, huh?
Yeah, we are due. And I am going to go on record here, Eric, and we're going to guarantee a victory here. Right now, we kind of spanked them in boxing this year, and we spanked them in hockey, and I think we're going to spank them on Saturday night.
Well, Steve, let me remind you, this is a baseball game, so we're playing it out here on the field. So we'll find out Saturday if your guarantee comes true, right?
Yes, we will.
And this is a wonderful event with $5 admission. Parking is free. The gates open at what time, guys?
Gates are going to 11 o'clock. Gates open, free parking in Lot B at 10 a.m. Also, I want to thank our sponsors. It's Gold Coast Wellness and River North Health and Wellness, and ISFA. Without Eric Stefancic, none of this happens, so we definitely appreciate that.
And this is just a tremendous cause. It's going to be a wonderful day out here, so come on out, take a look, and we have a promise on both sides that they're going to win. We only know one winner, so guys, good luck to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your support. Thanks for the White Sox support, and the families do have a fantastic time. Kids get balls. You sit where you want. I think we're going to have a good weather day, and everybody come out. Tell your family, your friends, your partners. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Call your sons, call your daughters, call your friends, call your neighbors. I tell you, I wish you guys would have this thing where we're in town on an off day sometime. Good luck. All righty. 2-2 to Pennington. I'd like to see that.
Just a great event. Assist the families of fallen policemen and firefighters.
Here's the payoff pitch. And that's chopped foul. So the count hangs. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the 25-year-old switch hitting shortstop. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for our guys. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors. 1 big error for their guys. And there is the dreaded leadoff walk. There you can see. Visit WhiteSox.com/survey to become eligible to win the autographed Ozzie Guillen jersey. And that survey must be completed before tonight's game is over. There's a strike to Kennedy.
Kennedy's always been a pretty good hitter, but not really a third baseman. He's a second baseman by trade.
And that's going to be not playable. It hits the fence, bounces back into left field. So the count 0-2. That game is this Saturday, huh?
It is. And it's going to be quite a day here.
1-2.
Free parking in Lot B. Admission only $5. And you get to see police department and the fire department go head to head.
Some competitiveness.
I would think so, yes.
Gotze will take it himself. So Pennington in the second, 1 out, and that'll bring up Rajay Davis, who has really been swinging the bat well for quite some time now.
Occasionally you get lucky. I mean, if you keep on doing a whole lot of pretty good scouting, a guy like Rajay Davis comes out on waivers. He had been with 2 clubs previous. Didn't do a great deal. He had great speed. That was something that you knew that he had. But he was with Pittsburgh. He was with San Francisco. And then Oakland picked him up on waivers. That was last year. Jerry Crawford decided that he was going to bail out because he realized that there was nobody at second base to throw the ball to. And Freddie wheeled around. That got his heart started.
Long look by Freddie.
We'll take a look at Jerry Crawford here. Freddie wheels around as if to throw it. Sure does. Wait a second. Chris, are you going to get there? No.
The 0-2 pitch. Holds the runner and throws out Davis. 2 down.
Jason took a look at second base, which was a good thing. But you can't hold on to it too long with Davis going down the line.
I saw Bo Jackson get his first hit. It was off Steve Carlton in Kansas City. Tim Hewlett was playing third base for us. Carlton came in with a slider. Bo didn't kill it, obviously, but he hit it fairly hard down to Hewlett. Hewlett made the catch, looked at the ball, and that was it.
Never got a throw out?
Bo was across the back. That ball hit hard. Cox can't get there. It's off the wall. So Sweeney continues to swing the bat. That's his 5th hit in this series, and it knocks in the dreaded leadoff walk. And it's the 3-2 Sox lead.
RBI number 42 for Ryan Sweeney. 4 last night. A walk and a double here tonight. He's having quite a series.
24 two-baggers. Those leadoff walks will just come around and bite you right in the butt. Most of the time.
Well, especially to the guys who can run a little bit, and especially to the guys that you are supposed to retire, which are the guys at the bottom part of the order.
Hits him on the fist, pops him up. Kotsay coming on, makes the catch, but the leadoff walk comes around to score. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, leading by 1.
Brought to you by Toshiba.
Sox on top 3-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Dye, Kotsay, and Rios. Jermaine went out to left field. Takes first pitch strike with Trevor Cahill. Chops that one foul, and very quickly the count 0-2. Off day tomorrow. And tomorrow evening we leave to go out to the Big A in Anaheim. Friday, Gavin Floyd against Joe Saunders. That game will be over WGN. Saturday, Johnny Danks against Irvin Santana, and that game will be over WFLD. Fox. And on Sunday, Mark Burley against Scott Kazmir in that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet.
And the Angels have all they can handle, trying to keep Texas away from them. Texas also battling Boston for the wild card, but Texas came into action today and they won earlier, just 4 games in back of the Angels. The Angels 82-55, but they can't shake the Rangers.
Jazz got a piece of it.
Take a look at the West. You'll see the Texas Rangers at least as surprising as any club in baseball this year. They're getting terrific pitching.
And that's up high, 2-2.
If in fact Scott Feldman did throw the game today, where they beat Cleveland 10-0, he would go to 16-4.
I think it was him.
It's quite a year.
Cy Feldman.
You would think he would be in the running.
As Jermaine strikes out, 1 down.
Cahill started off that at bat by getting the fastball over the plate, and then he wiped out the at bat with a really good sinker. That ball just dived out of the zone. And usually sinker ballers, as the game moves along, that ball moves for them as they get a little bit more fatigued.
Kotsay checks it up and takes strike 1. Well, Feldman was pitching against us back on May 1st down in Texas. If you recall, he was really just overmatching us. Got in a little trouble there in the 6th inning. Gave up a run and had a couple of guys on, and then the skipper, Ron Washington, took him out and brought in. That ball hit hard, sucked up by Barton, 2 down. Brought in that Holland, left-hander.
That's starting for them now.
And remember, that's when Thome hit that rocket off the left center field, top of the left center field wall, knocked in those runs, and we went up winning that ball game 4-3. And then both of us were a little shocked that he had taken Feldman out.
He's not taking him out too much lately. Nolan Ryan has made an indelible impression on that organization. But from now on, we will not be talking about pitch counts.
More power to him. My biggest pet peeve in this game is there's a base hit, just looped out there. So good speed aboard, Alex, with 20 stolen bases and 23 attempts. Now, if you take Rios, Getz, and Nix, the lower third of our order, you got 52 for 57 with those guys. Now, if you want to go back to the top of the order, Pods, add 26 more, 78 for 17.
It gives you a pretty good section of speed.
Then, if you want to go to Alexei, 14 for 5, now you go to 92 and 20 for 22.
Now you slow down a touch, though, in the 3 spot.
A little bit. And 3, 4, and 5, they are 1 for 4. As Alex took off. AJ has the one. Paulie has not attempted one. AJ's 1 for 2, and Jermaine's 0 for 2. And Kansas City is just taking a 1-0 lead over Justin Verlander and the Tigers. That's in the bottom of the third. Mike Jacobs, a base hit, scoring Billy Butler. Suzuki can't do anything with it.
It's the 5th wild pitch of the year for Cahill. Kurt Suzuki took a gamble just by throwing this one because no chance to get Rios. Once this ball gets away, you might as well just throw it back to your pitcher.
Caught him on the inside corner, and that'll do it. We're into the 4th, leading 3-2.
Hit consecutive home runs was on this date in 1983. Can you name the players?
Kurt Suzuki tries to bunt it, fouls it down, and the count 0-1. 3-5-0 for our Sox, 2-3-2 for their A's. Fouled away in the LG Skyline Club seats on the right side, and the count 0-2. Just tuning in, A's 1 in the first, Sox 1 in the first, Sox 2 in the third, A's check that 2 in the second, A's 1 in the third. He gone.
This is a good hard breaking ball away from Suzuki. AJ sets up away. That little slider in a perfect spot, especially at 0-2.
So here's Cust. He struck out. Back in the second, leading off.
Jeff Gray throwing in the bullpen.
I like to watch this guy hit.
Well, he just goes up there squeezing the sawdust out of the bat and swings as hard as he can on every pitch. You can see it in his face.
Well, he's got 21 of them this year, and I'll bet you he's probably called 21 of them. Breaking ball strike, and the count 1-2. They got the shift on. Alexei well on the first base side of second.
Very much like the Tomey shift.
With the exception of Getz. And a full count.
As you can see, he's pretty much a pull hitter. Now he's got power to all fields.
And a payoff pitch. And once again the 3-2. He gone.
You can get him to swing at the ball up. He doesn't want it up there. This ball is up and out of the zone. He expands that zone, and for the second time tonight, he goes down on strikes.
That'll bring up Mark Ellis. Mark 0 for 1, 1 out. To Scotty Pods in left field. Takes that breaking ball, a curve strike. Can't get that one. .32-year-old veteran Ellis has really been a good player against us. Been solid at second base, solid with the leather and solid with the lumber. And there's a base hit into left field.
But he tried to get him with a breaking ball away, and then he went back to the fastball. And he keeps the inning alive for Derek Barton. Barton hit the ball awfully hard the first time up, only to find Chris Getz right there.
Takes that strike. This year Ellis against us is 9 for 18 with a couple of homers, one of them game winner, walk-off. He has 7 RBIs.
Outfield plays Barton straight up, and infield has Alexei playing him right up the middle. You see the defense.
Now it's a little sneaky over there. If you give it to him, he'll take it. He's 7 for 9. Big rip by the 24-year-old.
He's one of the guys that came over in the original deal that sent Mark Mulder to the St. Louis Cardinals. Martin, the former #1 draft choice of those Cardinals.
Here's Ellis. Too good a jump.
Freddie a little slow to home plate, and AJ doesn't have much of a shot at second.
Made it closer than I thought it would be. So A's now with 110 stolen bases. That philosophy has gone by the boards. And Freddie's going to pitch out of it. That's high in the right field. Jermaine making the call, has the ball, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, still leading by 1.
Three players hit consecutive home runs was on this date in 1983. Named the players, and they are Carlton Fisk, Tom Pachork, and Greg Luzinski versus the Angels. Came off Tommy John. And we've got a new pitcher. Cahill goes 4, gives up 3 runs on 5 hits with a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts, and Jeff Gray comes in. On for the 16th time, no record, a fine 2.08 ERA. And maybe they're just trying to limit the innings of Cahill. He is only 21 years old.
And Gray is 27 years old, out of the Woodlands in Houston, Texas. Gray 6'3", 195 pounds. 0-1 to count. Jason Nix, who has singled and scored. And the count 0-2. Bottom of the 6th inning at Fenway Park. Baltimore leading Boston 4-3. So Texas shutting out Cleveland 10-0. And that's high. Make that cheese a little more binding.
Texas playing very solid baseball right now.
The ball hammered. Get over his head. Hairston got a good jump. Makes a nice catch. And that's a definite hang with him for Nix.
Jeff Gray greeted by a line drive rocket off the bat of Jason Nix. Hairston does a nice job of getting to the spot and putting it away.
First pitch strike. Scotty Ponce, who's 2 for 2. He also has an RBI and he has scored a run. Yeah, Baltimore beats Boston tonight. That will be a 1-game lead for the Carmines over the Wranglers.
With a good solid 3 weeks to go.
But we looked at the schedules and Boston has the softest one between the Yankees and the Texas Rangers, as that's high into center field. Rajai Davis.
This is coming into action tonight. Rangers just a game and a half in back of the Red Sox. And they've already won today. The Rays, long way to go. And the Mariners, the same.
Here's Alexei. Alexei's 0 for 2, but he's knocked in 2. And that's just foul. Yeah, that could be an interesting race for the wild card.
A huge upset if Texas got there and Boston didn't.
That's fair. Bobble controlled by Kennedy. Throws off the mark.
He just really doesn't have the arm for third base. They've got him over there. But you can't afford a bobble, and we'll have to see what the scoring is on that ball. Kennedy's there to make the play. He's down on both knees, which is something you don't like to see, and it goes as a base hit.
Take it. Here's AJ. That ball hit hard right to Mark Ellis. Sucks it up, throws him out. They'll go to the 5th. It is 3-2 White Sox.
It's a celebration. First 20,000 fans 21 and older will receive a White Sox cap presented by Miller Lite. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Cliff Pennington will lead it off for the Athletics. And there's a base hit. Pennington walked and scored back in the third, so he's 1 for 1. Fifth hit given up by Garcia. And we go back to the top of the order to Adam Kennedy, who has struck out and grounded to first. Takes ball 1.
Pennington was a first-round draft choice in the 2005 draft. 21st pick overall.
And the count 2-0. That's into left field. On the track right in front of Nellie Fox.
Kennedy hit that ball a long way, but to the opposite field. Didn't get much out of it. Now Ramirez comes over and he wants to word with Freddie Garcia. He wants to know how he's going to pitch Davis.
Davis is 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. Also a stolen base.
That's the best way to pitch him. He's pulled the ball twice. And it doesn't appear, at least to this point, like he's even thinking about right field.
No chance on Davis.
Well, he got down the line in a hurry because that was hard hit. Perfect throw by Nix to Getz. Good relay by Getz, and they still can't double Davis. He made it clearly by a step.
So here's Ryan Sweeney. He has walked and he has doubled. He is now 5 for 7 in this series.
And I would think you could pretty much take it to the bank that Davis is going to be going. Almost came off the bag that time. That would have been nice.
Boston has come back to tie Baltimore at 4. Orioles sitting in the top of the 7th. Minnesota has defeated Toronto 4-1.
Jerry Blevins loosening up in the bullpen. Give that man a sandwich.
Pitch out. Nada. goes. Breaking ball and no chance.
After that first pitch out, it's the rare manager that will call back-to-back pitch outs, and Davis is off to the races. His second stolen base of the night. It's a very good jump as Freddie just is not quick to the plate.
And somebody better hang out around second, or he's going to steal third, even with 2 out.
AJ would have liked Alexei to be back a little further instead of in front of the bag and having to reach back for that tag.
So Sweeney going to ground out, and it'll retire the side. Halfway home, it is 3-2 White Sox. A 3-2 Sox lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We need this one badly.
Yeah, this would be a good one to win, especially heading west. Our second trip, the second half to the West Coast, and it starts with the Angels, who are awfully tough. So this becomes a momentum builder going into that trip.
Fouled right back to the right of Stone Pony.
Gray still in the game. This is second inning of work. Gave up a base hit. They've got Blevins ready in the bullpen.
Count evens at 1. Paulie fouls that one down.
Again off his foot.
Oh, man.
He's having a good time tonight.
I don't know, with the exception of a couple of catchers, AJ being one of them, especially in 05. I don't know if I've ever seen a player get more dinged up for the whole season like Paulie has been this year.
He's taking a beating this year.
Takes it up and takes ball 2. '05 AJ was something. There's a nice piece of woodwork right there. Just laces that single into center. So the leadoff man aboard. Paulie now 2 for 3. And has hit the ball hard all 3 times.
We came in hitting 281, and he'll improve upon that. That was a good slider low and away. And you can see how short the swing was. He was in protect mode. Didn't overswing, didn't try to do too much with it because it was a good pitcher's pitch. And that's how a good hitter hits a good pitcher's pitch.
Jermaine fouls it straight back. Yeah, but an 0-5 Stone Pony, I'll tell you. AJ looked like he was in a paintball battle with a team of Navy SEALs.
Big catchers have a lot of room to get hit, and he's a big catcher.
He's a big man. That's right. He was blocking blue all over. Breaking ball strike. So Jermaine 0-2. Kotsay on deck. As Jermaine goes down for the second time.
Well, he pitched him perfectly that time. And I don't know if he's going to get a chance to do any more, but he's going to go out on a high note, because he just threw some unhittable pitches to Jermaine Dot.
All right. Great apart, Sam. We'll be back.
With outdoor balconies and a private seating area for your group. A buffet is also available. To book Terrace Suites, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Jeremy Blevins comes into the game, 6'6", 181 pounds. We saw him last night. He's on for the 9th time, ERA 6.48.
He needs a loaf of that friendship bread.
The friendship bread is really good.
Kathy Cooch, it not only is good, it's sensational. And we need some more of that friendship bread. But right here, Kotsay takes it low and away.
That fastball misses the outside corner. And the count moves to 2-0. Kotsay 0 for 2 as he looks out at Blevins.
And there's the strike. One out, one on. 2-1 to count. Good check. 3-1. Don't help him out. He had a rip.
Alex Rios in the on deck circle. He's got a base hit tonight.
And there's a base hit. Got it off the end of the bat, so Pauly will pull up at second. And with 1 out, 2 on, and here comes Rios.
Bob Guerin brought in Blevins to get the left-hander out, and now that he has failed to do that, there's no right-hander up in the pen. Now they've got a right-hander throwing. Not going to help him against Rios.
Alex is grounded to third and singled into right center. Takes ball 1.
Brad Ziegler throwing in the pen.
Had him way out in front, way off balance. That's into center field. That's a can of corn for Davis. So 2 down. And that'll bring up Chris Getz. Chris has walked, scored, and called out on an inside comeback fastball. That curveball hangs way inside. 1-0 the count with 2 on, 2 out. And that evens it up.
Pearson very shallow in left field, even on a base hit that way. Hall's not going to be able to score from second base.
Got to be a tweener.
And Sweeney's got a pretty good arm in right.
Another breaking ball hangs high and inside. So the count 2-1. Jason Nix on deck. Right here, 17. Get us a knot. Flips that one foul, and that's going to be a souvenir. So 2-2. Kevin Floyd against Joe Saunders tomorrow night from the Big A in Anaheim, California. First of a 3 games. Check that Friday, an off day tomorrow. First of a 3-game set with the Halos, and then an off day on Monday, and then 3 with the Mariners Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday before returning home for our final homestand. Good pitch by Blevins. Ate him up inside. And let's take a look at that schedule. It's the off day tomorrow. 3 with the Halos. Off day on Monday. 3 with the Mariners. And then, as I mentioned, the final homestand. 3 with Kansas City, 3 with Minnesota, and 3 with Detroit. Big gap out there in right center. And there's a little comebacker. So Blevins is going to pitch out of it. We have completed 5 and we lead at 3-2. Joe Borchard out of Stanford. He could run. Here he comes. He is safe. That's the last inside the park home run by a White Sox player at Kansas City. But right here, it's a 3-2 Sox lead, top of the 6th inning. Scott Hairston takes it up high.
Got a base hit and a run batted in the first.
And the count 2-0. This next pitch will be number 75 for Freddie.
And Hairston has decent power, so you want to be careful here. You're behind 2-0. See if we can throw it on the outer third.
Don't need any walks. Freddie walked Pennington to lead off the 3rd inning. He came around to score. There's one. And the dreaded leadoff walk. Hairston 2 for 4 in stolen bases. So Scott aboard. That'll bring up Kurt Suzuki, who's hit into a 5-4-3 double play and struck out.
And Suzuki is tied for the team lead in grounding into double plays. But he's a very good contact hitter, and this is a good hit and run situation. Don Cooper on the phone.
Curveball misses.
Suzuki, who's hit 491 times, has only fanned 45 of them.
Pretty good lead by Harrison. And a 2-0 count. A home plate jumping around on Freddie Garcia.
Pretty humid night tonight as Randy Williams starts to get loosened up in the pen. He's getting ready for Jack Cust. William comes in, you've got Nomar Garciaparra on that bench.
There goes Hairston. And once again, too big a jump, too good a jump.
Hairston really isn't a very good base stealer. And yet he got a tremendous jump, and it was a good throw by A.J., but not in time. That's a take all the way because he never looked back.
That is the 4th stolen base for Oakland tonight. And the count 3-1. Line shot. Hairston had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught in the air. It was short hopped, so 1 out.
That's good base running because you can't take off. You can't get doubled up and taken out of the inning. And that's a break. You watch Hairston. He takes a look over there. He doesn't know if that ball's going to stay in the air. So he stays at second.
And here's Cust. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both coming on curveballs. And there's a 2-hopper right side. 2 down with Hairston in the 3rd. But here's a tough customer against us. Mark Ellis, as I mentioned, this year he is 9 for 18 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that last homer he hit was a game winner. Outfield straight up. Infield straight up. Breaking ball low. And there's a strike. Yes, he did. And the count 1-2.
That's a good hard breaking ball by Freddie. And Ellis, no chance to check his swing. Good pickup by A.J.
Freddie pitches over the leadoff walk and a stolen base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. He leads it by 1. and the Bears continue to prep for Sunday's battle in Green Bay. So join Pat Boyle and Luke Stuckmeyer for Sports Night, presented by Dex tonight. After Sox postgame live only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Brad Ziegler comes in the game at 2-4. His ERA, very respectable, 3.03 on for the 59th time. He does have 6 saves. And he was thought of at one point as the closer of this team until Bailey came along. Bailey's now saved 23 with an ERA of 2.06. You don't like to see him.
Jason Nix can't get it. Jason has been to the plate twice and hammered it twice. One for a base hit in the second inning. He scored, and then a line shot in the fourth to left field. Guys like Ziegler, you got to make yourself stay on them.
Interesting, when he warmed up in the bullpen, he warmed up overhand most of the time before he dropped down pretty close to submarine.
And a breaking ball, 1 out.
Matt Thornton getting ready in the bullpen.
So here's our leadoff hitter, Scotty Ponce, who is 2 for 3 tonight. A single in the first, he scored. A double, knocked in a run in the second. And he went out pretty deep to center. Trying to just put a bat on the ball right there.
Well, usually against left-hand hitters, when the pitcher throws the way Ziegler does, they get a real good look at it because they see it coming a long time.
And there's a base hit. 3 for 4 tonight. More importantly, good speed aboard.
This ball's supposed to be low and away. Instead, it was up and in. Left-handers are tough to fool when you throw from down there. Unless you get pinpoint control, and you remember Dan Quisenberry, late Dan Quisenberry.
Pretty good.
Kent Tekulve, but they threaded the needle low and away just about every pitch.
There goes Scotty. Spun his wheels just a little bit. High throw, though. He's safe. That's stolen base number 27.
Big run to pick up here. Scott does get a pretty good jump, and the throw is way up there. There's a tendency to come off the bag on that head first slide, but he was able to hook it with his foot.
So they appealed over in the dugout on a check swing, didn't get it. And Alexei with the 1-0 count. Hit softly down to Kennedy. And that's out number 2. So we'll see what they want to do. AJ coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2.
We'll see if Bob Guerin wants to walk him with first base open and take their chances with Paul Konerko, or allow Ziegler to face the left-hander.
Konerko is 2 for 3 and has hit 3 bullets tonight. Takes it inside. And the count 2-0.
So far, he hasn't been close on either pitch. And now they're going to put him on.
I like it from our standpoint. Always hit 3 rockets tonight. So here we go. 2 on, 2 out. And the Sox with a 3-2 lead. First pitch strike. Nice pick by Suzuki. So the count 1-1.
Makes things a whole lot different. Then runners at second and third as Brad Kilby throws in the bullpen. We saw him last night.
Saw too much of him last night.
Very deceptive left-hander.
A funky left-hander. Gap in right center. There was a breaking ball.
That time Paul swung at the motion, and that's what right-handers will do on occasion with this. Looks like a frisbee coming up there. Swing at it, the ball just never quite gets there.
Well, at least he had, it wasn't 2 strikes before he showed it to him. It was 1.
It's true.
Good eye. Another one, and the count 2-2.
You got to have a real good eye to take this.
I tell you, Cuzzy's done a heck of a job behind the plate tonight for both sides.
That was a good call. That ball was just down.
Got him there. And that'll do it. We'll go to the 7th. We still lead 3-2.
Retailers. A new tradition comes to Chicago family coffee roasters since 1916. And Matt Thornton comes into the game. Has to protect a 1-run lead Thornton has been terrific this year. 6-3, ERA .263. On for the 61st time. He leads the team in appearances. There are some very impressive numbers.
Barton, Pennington, and Kennedy. Derek can't get it. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's lined hard to Getz, who had the sky to make the play, and he's going out to right field. And the count 0-2. He gone.
After showing him some heat upstairs, he just puts one on the outside corner around 96. Yeah, that's about the end of that.
That's a grab some bench pitch.
Pennington will turn around and hit from the right side.
Takes the bunt, takes the ball. He has walked and scored. That was in the 3rd. And he singled to lead off the 5th.
Well, he's hitting over 300 as a left-hand hitter, but as a right-hand hitter, 176.
That's high into left field. Scotty Pies. 2 down.
How's he telling Burley to be ready to pinch hit? This one goes 20, 30 innings, something along those lines.
Here's Kennedy 0 for 3. Takes it up. That's a fair ball. Watch out. Okay, nice easy inning right there for Matt Thornton. 7th inning stretch. Sox lead at 3-2.
And this is a man of many sliders. Left-handers hitting just 186 against him. Right-handers not all that much better. A 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
Jermaine Dye. Jermaine 0 for 3 tonight. A couple strikeouts will lead it off. Fakes ball 1. And that evens the count at 1. $23,703 in the house.
That last pitch was the word slider, and
got it in a good spot.
When he's right-handers don't do much with it.
High pop up. JD had a good pitch right there. The hit, so Kennedy goes over, makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
Visit the official online shop of the White Sox at whitesox.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including officials' caps, T-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the whitesox.com shop.
That's a Mark 1 for 3. One and one to count. Kansas City leading that game against Detroit 1-0. Top of the 7th at Kauffman Stadium.
But they've just brought Kyle Farnsworth into the game.
No kidding.
Yes. He's going to nail it down.
That's cold, Charlie. That's high. And the count 3-1.
You can never tell. He could have a good night.
And that's popped up. Ellis. 2 down.
Danny Evelyn getting ready in the bullpen.
So here's Rios, Alex. 1 for 3 this evening. Takes that one a little high, a little wide. Alex is grounded to third, singled into right center, and he has gone out to center.
Tony Pena loosening up in the pen.
And that's hit into center field once again. That didn't take long. A 1-2-3 inning for Wirtz. We'll go to the 8th. It is still 3-2 good guys. Fouled. Right side by Rajay Davis. As you check out and peruse our Comcast Sportsnet tail of the tape, 3-2 good guys. And the count 1-1. Davis is 1 for 3, but he has 2 stolen bases. Over the head it gets, so the leadoff man aboard. Three for 6 last night. He's 2 for 4 this evening.
And Chris Getz, who made a fine catch earlier, just misses this one. Goes up at the top of his leap, can't get to it. But the tying runs aboard.
And here's Sweeney, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a walk.
Pena continues to throw in the pen.
And that is out of play. Left side. So 1-1 to count. Farnsworth had a 1-2-3 inning. And that's just off the corner. So 2 balls and a strike to the 24-year-old outfielder.
Greg Breslow throwing in the bullpen. Bob Guerin has everybody throwing in the pen tonight.
Can't get that one. And Derek Jeter has tied Lou Gehrig for the most hits tonight.
You get 3 tonight?
He's tied him, evidently. 2,721.
That's great.
And that's fouled back. And checking out White Sox minor league report. Season is over for the Charlotte Knights. Final team leaders: Michael Restovich at 290. Restovich also led 21 home runs and RBIs 61. And another foul ball. Birmingham, their regular season is over and they're getting ready to open the Southern League playoffs at home against Jacksonville with the best-of-5 series tomorrow. Jacksonville finished, I should say Birmingham finished 45 games over 500 for the whole season.
They just had a great year.
Again picked off with a good tag. Yes, he gone. Beautiful. That's a beautiful play right there by Kotsay.
Well, Davis did what he should have done. Once you get picked off, just go and try to beat the throw to the bag. And he's picked off easily, and Kotsay hurried to get an angle on the throw. Got it there in plenty of time, and they cut him down. Watch Kotsay as he comes out to get an angle. And that makes it a completely different inning with 2 outs.
He gone.
Good breaking ball. AJ yanks it down into the zone. And here comes Ozzie. And here comes Pena.
All right, so terrific job once again. What new by Matt Thornton. He departs, and we'll be back.
The game and an all-inclusive food and drink package for the first 90 minutes of the game. To reserve the fan deck, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. And Tony Pena comes into this one. 2 outs, nobody on. Pena 1-2, ERA 4.13, out for the 26th time.
Scott Hairston 1 for 2, an RBI single in the first. He fouled out the first in the third, and he walked and picked up a stolen base in the sixth. Take strike one. Bit of a gap out there in left center. And the count 0-2. That ball hit into left center field. Pides can't make it. Cannot get there. So the 2-out double. What appeared to be a hanger right there from Pena.
He throws a couple of real good sliders and then hangs the third one, and Hairston just tattoos it. This ball just hung, and Pena's very lucky this ball didn't go out of the ballpark. Sednick can't get to it. Hairston had a couple of doubles last night. Another couple of hits, 1 double tonight. Now you got to get by Suzuki. And Bobby Jenks loosening in the pen.
You know, when you got a guy 0-2 like that in this situation, 8th inning, 2 out, nobody on. If you make a mistake, you got to make it low and away, not up and over the plate. I mean, that's just thinking. That's all that is. That's just not thinking. There's the strike, and the count 0-2. Sometimes it's pretty easy to get 0-1, 0-2 on major league hitters, but it's pretty tough to put them away, especially if you make mistakes like that.
Well, the outfield's playing straight away. And Hairston with pretty good speed at second and nobody paying attention to him.
Back through the middle and into center field. And this ball game is tied. That hanging slider on 0-2 to Hairston. Wow.
Well, there's
so Freddie Garcia will not get a victory.
Nope. And he threw the ball very well. Short stroke by Suzuki. Pena tries to use his pitching hand, but to no avail. And just like that, it's tied at 3.
Wow.
Don Cooper out to talk with Pena. Probably telling them, look, you can't do anything about what just happened, but you got to get this guy.
Here's Cust. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Big hack as usual. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. 1-1 the count. They got the shift on. Pulls the string and the count 1-2. Well, if you give him a fastball here, anywhere in the vicinity of the plate, you made a mistake.
Well, a good buried slider probably gets the job done.
Two and two the count. There goes the runner. No chance. That's the fifth stolen base tonight.
Suzuki had about 4 steps before Haney ever delivered the ball.
They now have 113 stolen bases. A team that a few years ago said, we don't steal bases. That's not good baseball. Yes, he did. He gone. But the damage is done. 2 out. Nobody on. A hanger to Hairston and a single by Suzuki. It's tied at 3.
AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered.
All right, they just tied it up in the top of the 8th with that 2 out, nobody on, double and single. So for us, it'll be Getz, Nix, then back to the top of the order with Pesetnik. This is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored tonight. Corners in close. Kennedy in on the grass. Outfield. He shortened up a little bit. for the most part straight away. As there's ball one. Kansas City now leading the Tigers 2-0. And the count 2-0 to Chris.
Get Chris on. Pretty good speed aboard.
More so than good speed. He's quick, but he's got a nice feel for it. He's got a nice technique in stealing bases. And that's what, for the most part, most of the guys need is a feel for it. There's a strike in the count 3-1. And it's full.
Jason Nix in the on deck circle. Michael Wirtz comes all the way back.
So one out, and here's Nix. 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. And that's up high. Jason singled and scored in the second, lined hard to left field in the fourth, and he struck out, leading off the sixth. The chopper. Kennedy, a nice play, and they get him.
Well, that was a terrific play. Kennedy with only one shot, and that was with the bare hand throwing the same motion. And Barton was able to stay on the bag long enough. He tries to round it off so that he can throw as soon as he gets it. And he got him. Good call by Brian O'Nora.
So 2 out, and here's Pods. Pods 3 for 4 tonight. Single and a run scored in the first, an RBI double in the second, a single and a stolen base in the sixth. First pitch strike. Big gap out there in right center. Kennedy, couple steps back with a bag at third, off the line a couple of steps. And there's a bullet down the right field line. So Pods will pull up at second with the 2-out double, and it'll bring up Alexei. 4 hits for Scotty Pods tonight. 2 singles, 2 doubles.
And there's the go-ahead run out at second base. It's surprising that they're not playing a no doubles defense, but they're not. Barton's well off the line, and Scott takes it right down the line. Able to coast into second base.
Alexei 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. way high. And the count 2-0 with A.J. on deck.
Pretty good numbers with 2 outs, runners in scoring position at 3:58. And Kurt Young comes out to have a talk with Michael Wirtz. If you missed some of the action, go to On Demand from Comcast and you'll have access to Comcast Sportsnet. White Sox games are ready to watch on your schedule. Find out more, call 1-888-4BEST-TV.
So 2-0 the count to Ramirez.
A little something off that slider, but he hung it over the inside part of the plate.
Outfield for the most part straight up. Gets out and around that high. Get out of here. Get out of here. It won't. He makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the ninth. Tied at 3. Highlights, get Bill Melton's analysis, plus listening in on Ozzy's post-game remarks. Don't miss U.S. Cellular White Sox post-game live immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Bobby Jenks comes into the game at 2-4. His ERA is 3.59. He's out for the 49th time. It's a tie game as we head into the top of the 9th inning.
Lower third of their order. Schedule hitters are Ellis, Martin, and Pennington. Last time Ellis saw Bobby Jenks was in the bottom of the 9th inning in Oakland. And he hit a home run to win the game. That's into center field. Good pitch by Bobby. And a tough cookie is out. Retired. One down. Here's Derek Barton. He's lined hard to second, going out to right, and struck out. That was against Matt Thornton. Called out. Outfield in a no double set. They are straight up, deep, and spread out.
We threw that one right in on the hands of Barton. Good pitch.
Another one. And the count 0-2.
Breslow and Bailey. They score, it's Bailey. They don't, it's Breslow.
We've got A.J., Konerko, Dye, and Kotsay. There's 4. He gone. Hook. Pennington has walked and scored. That was in the 3rd. So another good effort by Freddie Garcia as the backhand, a quick release. He gets him in a nice inning for Bobby Jenks on a good play by Alexei. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Our 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters coming to bat. Five classic games, special in-depth shows, plus many memorable moments and interviews from Michael's storied career as he prepares to enter the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. It's 23 hours of MJ, a Hall of Fame celebration beginning Thursday at 5:30 with Chicago Tribune Live only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Rick Breslow comes into the game and overall 6-7. But 5-5 with Oakland with a 3.07 ERA. For a guy who's been in this his 69th game, he has a lot of decisions. And the Sox are hoping to tack a loss on him here tonight. Right through the heart of the order goes Breslow.
A.J. will start it off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks, 1 intentional. Breaking ball checks it up, and it's 1-0.
Breslow came out for an inning and 2/3 last night in relief of Tomko. Got in some trouble, but got out of it.
That's into left field. Hairston. One out. So here's Konerko. Probably 2 for 3. Take that 2 for 4 tonight. Boy, 1 to count. And it's 0-2.
First pitch over the inside corner, second pitch over the outside corner. Two pretty good ones.
Kansas City now leading Detroit 3-0. Bottom of the 8th inning. A little bit high, and the count 2-2. $23,703. There's a Matabatacola right there. Big time. Meanwhile, 2 down.
The head of the bat went all the way to Pennington at shortstop and actually exceeded the flight of the baseball, which just barely got to Kennedy at third. Kennedy playing that no double defense, able to avoid the flying bat easily. Lolly pops it to first and they get him.
Here's Jermaine. First pitch strike. Jermaine 0 for 4 tonight. He's gone out to left, struck out twice, and popped up to third. Kansas City now leading Detroit 4-0. Meanwhile, the count 0-2. Come on, big man. Get out of here. It won't. And that'll retire the side. So Breslow comes on, retires our third, fourth, and fifth place hitters. We're into extra innings, tied at 3.
Athletics have been more frequent. Neither team with a great deal of success.
At the top of the order, Kennedy, Davis, and Sweeney for Oakland. Rios deep in center. They're spread out.
Got a right on the line. Playing a no double set.
There's a strike in the count 0-2. Kansas City leading the Tigers 5-0. Slowly hit. 1 out. Kennedy now 0 for 5 as Rajai Davis 2 for 4 with a couple of stolen bases stands in. Davis 5 for 10 in the series.
This is a huge out because of his base stealing abilities.
Takes first pitch strike. Terrific speed aboard.
And a very aggressive turn at first base before Rios got the ball back in.
Here's Ryan Sweeney. He walked in the first. He doubled and run in the third. He grounded the second and the fifth. He struck out in the eighth. That was against Matt Thornton. Matt once again outstanding, 1 2/3. There's the strike. No runs, 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts.
You got to give Phil Cuzzy some credit on that call because AJ was up actually screening him, but he still called the strike anyway.
He's had a good ball game.
He almost throws that one away.
And Sweeney rips one into right field. Davis is going to make the turn. And he's going to go into third. So 1 out, runners at the corners here in the top of the 10th inning.
Rajai Davis has some speed. Getting him on the waiver wire, hitting over 300. This ball was hit awfully hard, and he didn't even hesitate going to third base. Fastball down the middle. Sweeney with his second hit of the night. And Davis decides he's going to test the arm of Jermaine Dye right from Jump Street.
So here's Scott Harrison. Here's the culprit. Back in the 8th inning, 2 out, nobody on. 0-2 the count. Tony Pena hung him a slider. He had a double out there. And then Pena had Suzuki 0-2, and he gets the base hit to knock him in.
Well, they're playing a little deep in the infield. They got to make sure that they can turn a pair, and the way the middle infield is playing, they're going to have to go second to first.
And that's a fair ball. Oh, it's foul.
Off his foot. And that's a break.
You better believe it.
Now, if you're Hairston, instead of stopping, just run to first. Maybe you can sell it. But that hurts a little bit.
I think because he was all over that one. We're in trouble here in the top of the 10th inning with 1 out runners at the corners and a 1-1 count. Low, 2 balls in the strike.
Andrew Bailey throwing in the pen. That's the man you don't want to see.
Three and one. Up. Gets 2 down.
Big pitch by Bobby Jenks and a huge out. Keeping the ball in the infield. Throws that fastball down the middle. But Hairston hits it straight up in the air.
There's that 30th of a second. So here's Suzuki. He's 1 for 4. That big base hit off Pena in the 8th inning to knock in Hairston to tie the game at 3. And that ball hit in the center field. Alex is there, makes a catch, and that'll retire the side. He hit it right on the button. Meanwhile, grab some bench, and we'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Scheduled hitters are Kotze, Rios, and Getz.
Well, the first man he's going to look at is Carlos Quentin, pinch hitting for Mark Kotze.
Mark was 1 for 4 tonight. As we are in the bottom of the 10th. Tigers trying to come back in that game. They have 2 on, nobody out. Top of the 9th inning, trailing 5-0. As the Royals put 4 on the board in the bottom of the 8th.
Carlos, the pinch hitter, has been very good.
not deep enough. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. Gilby, 6'2", 230 pounds, out of Elk Grove, California. And here's Rios. He's 1 for 4. Takes that one up high. And there's the strike. There's a chopper, Kennedy, 2 hopper, softly hit. 2 out. So that'll bring up Chris Getz. He was 0 for 3. He walked and scored back in the second. First pitch strike.
Octavio Dotel loosening up in the bullpen.
Timed perfectly by Mark Ellis. And that didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. They have retired the last 7 they have seen, and we'll go to the 11th.
And we're back into the top of the 11th inning. Josh Fields takes over at first base. And Octavio Dotel comes into the game. Dotel at 2-3, ERA 3.74, on for the 56th time. There you look at the numbers. Garcia, Thornton, Pena, Jenks, who got out of a tough jam in the 10th, and now he turns it over to Dotel.
Jack Cust, Mark Ellis, Derek Barton to face Dotel. Cust 0 for 4. Has 3 strikeouts. And a ground ball to second. Takes ball 1. He was all over it and just underneath it.
Gets a fastball belt high down the middle.
That ball high in the center field. On the track. Right in front of Billy Pierce. Hauls it in. So here's Ellis. He's 1 for 4. Mark singled and picked up a stolen base. First pitch strike. Tigers off. Joaquin Soria. Yeah, the bases loaded. 1 out in the top of the 9th. The 0-2 pitch. Base hit right field. Just fights it off.
Good inside out swing by Ellis. This fastball on the inner portion of the plate. A lot of people don't realize that the easiest pitch to hit to right field is the one that's inside.
For a lot of guys, it is. Well, AJ wanted it outside.
And now you got a base stealer at first.
He picked up his 8th in 10 attempts. Back in the 4th inning. So here's Barton. They have 5 stolen bases tonight. There you go. Another good jump. Luigi gets it.
And Ellis thought he was safe. He thought his hand got in before the tag. It was a good throw by AJ.
Boy, he got a big time jump right there. I didn't think AJ had a prayer. Look at that jump. So now 2 out. I tell you, this young man here. Eric Barton. He does some good things up there at the plate. He's 0 for 4 tonight with a couple of strikeouts, but I'll tell you, he puts a good pass on it. And the count 2-1. We saw him out at Oakland last year. Didn't see him that much.
When you're a first-round draft choice, you've got to have some skills. Now, you might not come of age with the team who drafted you, but you might help out a team who trades for you.
And that'll do it. Beautiful throw right there by Pierzynski. As we go to the bottom of the 11th, the scheduled hitters are Nix, Scotty Pines, and Ramirez.
And although Kilby's deceptive, Jason just has to look first ball fastball.
Jason 1 for 4 with a run scored on the evening. Takes first pitch strike. Outfield for the most part straight up. Just a little bit of a gap out there in right center. 3-10-0 for us. 3-11-2 for them. Freddie Garcia, a nice effort, wasted. Freddie went 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts.
With the exception of the first game he pitched, and you can understand the rust in that first game, Freddie has thrown the ball real well. Certainly enough to establish himself as a guy who should fit into the plans next year.
The 0-2. Pull the string on him right there. Misses low and away. Count evens at 2. And a full count. Squeeze it. And the payoff pitch.
Fastball right by him. It's a perfect pitch on the outside corner.
Yes, it was. So here's Scotty Pods. He is 4 for 5 tonight. 2 singles, 2 doubles, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base.
Edgar Gonzalez loosening up in the pen.
As there's first pitch strike to Pods. If you're just tuning in, as that's popped up left side. No home runs in this ball game. And it's out number 2. So here's Alexei. He's 1 for 5. Had that infield single back in the 4th inning. He knocked in a run in the first after Pods had singled. Cahill made a 2-base throwing error. And Alexei hit a little ground ball to first, and Pods scored. Then he knocked in a run in the next inning on a funny play down to Adam Kennedy, but he got the RBI. And the count 2-0. AJ on deck. Three and nothing. And there's ball 4.
There's the winning run on first base.
Alexei 14 for 19 on stolen bases.
Comes Kurt Young once again. Bob Garrett on the phone to find out if his right-hander Edgar Gonzalez is ready in the pen.
First time AJ has faced Kilby. Just a decent lead by Alexei, as there is ball one. Nice play by Suzuki. And the count 2-0.
Kilby won't be around to face Paul Konerko.
Two-0 pitch. There's a shot, base hit. Alexei's going to make the turn. He'll move into third, so with 2 outs, Sox have runners at the corners. More importantly, winning run 90 feet away. And here comes Gary.
AJ with his first hit of the night. Looking fastball all the way as he's ahead 2-0. And drives it into right field. So there's the winning run. Standing out on third base as Kilby departs. And in comes Gonzalez, the 8th Athletic pitcher. Left-handers have hurt him. He's done a good job with right-handers. One of the columns that jumps out at you. 3 wild pitches. The 4th ends this one. It's tied at 11. Runs tied at 3. The only 2 errors of the game committed by the Athletics, as the fans remaining up on their feet.
And here's Paulie. Paulie 2 for 5. 2 solid singles tonight. Drops a slow curveball on him. Come on, Paulie. Nice and easy, buddy. Short and quick. Yeah, hit him. Well, I'll tell you what. He has been dinged up.
Always seems to get him in a spot where he's not protected.
He has been dinged up all year long. That bad thumb he had.
And that got him off the left hand. Well, it's up to Jermaine to end this one.
Well, he's due. Jermaine is 0 for 5. Same thing, short and quick, buddy. Next first pitch, right there, right down the middle. Base hit, no. Ellis up with it. They were playing him deep and shading him up the middle, and that's exactly where he hit it, and we'll go to the 12th. From Boston. The A's came in last night, handed it to us. They beat us 11-3, scoring 7 times in the first 2 innings. 5 in the first, 2 in the second. So this is turning out to be another big ball game in the scheme of things, as Cliff Pennington will lead it off against Dotel. Takes first pitch, strike.
Pennington, former #1 draft choice. Dangerous from the left side, not so much from the right side.
One for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Souvenir left side.
Jay Marshall. Loosening up in the pen. He would be the 9th athletic pitcher. As long as we don't see Andrew Bailey, we're probably in pretty good shape.
Two and 2 the count. And that is softly in the center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Rios is playing extremely deep out there. So the leadoff man aboard.
Kennedy is a terrific butter and a very good handler of the bat. And at 0 for 5, he's trying to make something happen.
Nice pick right there by Josh.
That one almost wound up in right field, and that would have put Pennington on third base.
Nice pick.
A terrific play by Josh. Pennington does have 5 stolen bases, although none this evening.
Square to bunt, takes the ball outside. Outfield still very deep, very straight up, very spread out. Just a short lead by Pennington. Pops it up and it's caught by Nix. Thank you very much. One down.
Kennedy stabs at this ball. It's low and away. It's out of the strike zone. He leads this team in sacrifices, but that was a very poor effort.
So here's a man swinging a hot bat. 3 for 6 last night, 3 for 5 tonight. And another bad throw over to first by Dotel.
Ryan O'Nora wants to check the baseball and doesn't particularly care for it. Devio better watch out. The last 2 balls played very well by Josh Fields.
There's first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. There he goes. There's a strike him out. And the throw him out. Another beautiful peg by AJ. And we'll go to the bottom of the 12th, tied at 3.
Gets a good jump, but it's a good pitch to throw. The ball is right there, and he lays the tag on him. So AJ having a good night. When he's had the opportunity, he has gunned him down, and Josh Fields is getting his first AB.
There's a bunt going foul. It stays fair. No play. Josh hitting at .218, 7 homers he's driven in 30. And Gonzalez gets that one in on him, and the count very quickly, 0-2.
Kennedy right on the line at third. A lot of room between Kennedy and Pennington. See, no double set.
That's up high, 2-2. Alex Rios on deck. Breaking ball. He slowed his motion up a little bit on that one.
Just still did a nice job of fighting it off, because that was most likely going to be a strike. At the last instant, he was able to stay alive.
And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just flared out there in the left field for the base hit, so Hairston gets to it, gets it back in. Leadoff man aboard.
He hangs this curveball, drops down from the side, leaves it over the middle of the plate, and Josh just dumps it into left field. So there's the winning run.
And here's Alex. That single into right center field, back in the third, squares to bunt. And that'll get the job done. Nice bunt by Rios.
That ball was well inside, but he was able to get the bat out in front of him and put it in a perfect spot. Nice bunt.
So here's Getz. Chris 1 for 5. Now the outfield shortens up a little bit as he drops the hook. Little backdoor action right there. Last time up, Chris lined out hard for his counterpart, who timed it perfectly as that ball in the dirt. Nice block by Kurt Suzuki.
A good anticipation by Josh Fields, because as soon as he saw that ball in the dirt, he came about, well, past a third of the way down. But Suzuki, who's probably as quick as any catcher around, able to keep it in front of him enough to stop Fields from advancing. That was a big play.
The ball hit hard into right field. Sweeney back there right in front of the track. So Josh will tag him, move into third. And that's out number 2. And here comes D. Wise, Dwayne Wise. Jason Nix.
3 for 6 as a pinch hitter this year, with a home run and 1 driven in. By far the most successful hitter off the bench for the Sox.
Takes a changeup right there.
76.
Like he was playing catch.
That's what it was, basically.
And that breaking ball popped up. So we have a threat here. Can't do anything with it. And that means we're into the 13th. And here is Ryan Sweeney to lead it off. Sweeney, an RBI double and another single. He's 2 for 4 tonight. He was 4 for 6 last night. 0-1 the count to the 24-year-old right fielder. Outfield still very deep, very straight up as the count moves to 0-2. Three runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the A's. 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors for our Sox. He gone.
AJ wanted that ball up. Tavio threw it in a good spot.
And here's Scott Hairston.
He was involved in one of the biggest outs of the game with runners at first and third in the 10th. He popped it up in the infield.
But back in the 8th, Sox leading 3-2, 2 out, nobody on. 0-2 the count to Hairston. He got a hanger from Tony Pena and banged it into that left center field gap for the double and scored on an 0-2 count from Suzuki with a base hit. One and one with 1 out here in the top of the 13th inning. Off day tomorrow, then it's off to the Big A in Anaheim. Friday, Gavin Floyd against Joe Saunders, and that game will be over WGN. On Saturday, Johnny Danks against Irvin Santana, and that game over Fox. Then on on Sunday. Mark Burley against Scott Kazmir. That's high in the center field. And it's dropped by Rios. But Hairston was not running hard, and he will stay at first base.
What a break that was. As Hairston, who should have been hustling, wasn't. And Rios just flat out drops it. As you can see, he put his glove over his eyes, and when he went to catch that ball, he wasn't looking at it. And you see Hairston walking to first base. A little late at that point.
So here's Suzuki. And another bad throw over to first by Dotel.
Josh Fields has done a tremendous job on 3 throws that could have easily have gone into right field. It's been a big effort at first, and he hasn't been around in this game too long.
There's the strike and the count 0-1. That's better.
Yes. Anything that does not involve a throw to first is much better.
Josh just like nothing's going on, like they're all perfect throws. Chewing that gum.
Probably telling Hairston, well, they've tested me 4 times. I'm 4 for 4.
What does this guy think he's doing?
I don't know. Fans give him a little bit of a cheer for one that stays in the air.
There you go. And that's popped up. Somebody very quickly now. Yes, that's just a great, a big break again. He did not pick up the ball. It'll take him out of the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 13th, still tied at 3.
Is taken down. We'll watch it again. He gets a very good jump. But watch the deke at second base. Then when Hairston realizes that it's a pop-up after Getz fakes a flip to Ramirez, it's very easy after that.
It'll be the top of the order for our guys. Scotty Pods, Alexei, and AJ. Pods 4 for 6, 2 singles, 2 doubles, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. Gonzalez, first pitch strike.
Seth's never had a 5-hit game. Should be a nice time for it.
I love it when you analyze.
Well, it's late.
Nice play.
That was a good play by Barton. When he realized that it was going to take Gonzalez a bit to get over there, he figured he would beat him himself, and he beat him by a step.
That's the way to do it. Keep the pitcher out of the play if at all possible.
If you can do it without a throw, don't make the throw.
So here's Alexei. Checks it up and takes ball 1. Took a little something off. The pace got him right there. That was in a bad location, dangerous location for Gonzalez. Two balls and a strike. Comes back with a fastball. Got it up a little bit. And Alexei underneath it. Boston came back and beat Baltimore 7-6. Kansas City beat the Tigers 5-1 at Kauffman Stadium. Another fastball, and that's a souvenir right side. Texas shut out Cleveland 10-0. So the Red Sox maintain a 2-game lead over the Rangers. And there's a little duck snort in the right field. Good pitch by Gonzalez. Hit him on the 5th. He just flares it out there. So good speed aboard.
There's the winning run on again. This is another inside-out swing. Ramirez was on with 2 outs in the 11th. AJ singled him to third. Sox wound up loading the bases, but to no avail in that inning.
We have stranded 14 in this game. They have stranded 8. There he goes. That ball hit deep into center field. Stretch. Garrett's hit. It's off the wall. Come on, Alexei. Come on, Alexei. Come on, Alexei. Come on, Alexei. Yes. This ball game is over. A double off the center field wall by A.J. Pierzynski in the bottom of the 13th inning.
And it's the lucky 13th that Gonzalez hangs a curveball. And Davis goes back as far as he can go, but he gets trapped too close to the wall. Vaquerum gets by him, and Alexei Ramirez, not knowing where to pick it up or what to do, now realizes when the ball gets by him, he's got to take off. And Patterson probably should have been behind Davis, but wasn't. The Athletics do deserve to lose this one, and in the end, they do.
And it makes it a 6.5 game swing now between the Tigers and us as Kansas City beat them tonight 5-1. So for my partner, former Cy Young Award winner, the Stone Pony, Steve Stone, our director, Jim Angio, our producer, Todd Benjaminson, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, also the mayor, Mean Joe Grooves, the man who runs the booth up here, along with Dave Cella, Frank D'Amato, and Jeff Hilbert. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody.